Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our show, The Calligrapher. I'm Khalifa Al-Sheemy. Now we are going to talk about a new style. I think all of you will love it because it's geometrical. It doesn't need more complicated process to understand or to move the hands or to move away with the curves or something, but it's straight lines, just only a vertical and horizontal lines, and enough. I think with all of this style you will create more and more, because I think, in my opinion, as a calligrapher, the painter or the people who has a talent in drawing or painting, they can create more than the calligraphers in this style, because it needs more you know, the way of moving the pen or creating the lines, or just make it like a shapes, mosque or a building or dome or whatever shapes. But they can create more than the calligraphers, because it doesn't need any way to measurements, the dots or something like that. Welcome to our participants also, Dr. Abdurrahman and Mr. Sami, with the new style of Kufi. Now before starting the alphabet, I would like to show you some of the samples of the professionals to see the way of how they create the lines and how they create the sentence from the geometrical lines, vertical and horizontals. Now the calligrapher wrote here, Alhamdulillah ala ni'mat al-Islam, thanks for the benefits of Islam. You can see the way of, I want to show here, the vertical lines and how he did something here as a decorative part using the two lamb of name of God subhanahu wa ta'ala, and make something here very luxury. You see also Na'mat, he took the two parts up and just create something like a chandelier and comes down, and kept the dots in a circle shape. As we mentioned before, for the Kufi style, it dots with the circle shape. It's not squared, it's not a hand or without like before. We can see also here something. Also, the calligrapher has been created a lot of designs full of decoration parts inside.
Quite difficult to decipher.
It's very, very difficult also to read it, but I think it's better when you create something from the Kufi style, it should be as simple as you can, because the Kufi itself needs a hard way to read. So here some of my work in إنا هديناه السبيل إما شاكرا وإما كفورا. Here I intend to put one dot of the calligraphy as we start the calligraphy styles. We put one square, and inside the square we make something like a decoration part, and we started the two styles of old Kufi. The dots here I intend to do also with another curve, just to make a harmony. Here, Inna Hadaynahu, God make the guide way or guide line for the person or the human. Otherwise, he is thanking or none.
Ungrateful.
Yeah. I create also the same one here, just only to close the verse. Sometimes also the calligrapher can create a mixture between the thuluth and naskh, or thuluth with kufi, or thuluth with the other side. Here we created the thuluth with kufi. It looks very, very nice also. إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ فِي لَيْلَةِ الْقَدْرِ. You look to the alif here in a very simple way also. See, the heights had been done also in a geometrical way. It doesn't need more calculations to use it or to do it. It doesn't need any more hard work to create your word or your sentence. Just only you follow the lines of your graph paper. So that's why when we create our kufi, we should use the graph paper, almost and important. Here also some of the work, one page of the Holy Quran of Kufi, Surah Al-Fatiha, Hamza Al-Sharqi, the calligrapher, on 19th century. Size of this was, I think, 54 by 35 centimeter. It's long. And all the letters have been done with the real gold. One of the Holy Quran page. It's in the Istanbul Museum.
It is more difficult compared to Nasakh and
it's
very difficult for one
very
to
difficult.
read Quran.
Suppose
like
you are
this.
going to write the Quran with the Kufi style.
And
It needs from you,
ruler, for example.
it needs from you maybe a long time.
Yeah.
But you see, the calligrapher with his own facilities was available at the time. I think it's a little bit difficult for him.
I think
But
that's why
he finished already.
I think that's why now people writing the Quran with Nasakh.
With the naskh.
Yeah, it's
Naskh
easier.
is readable, but this one, if you intend to read it, I think it's for all the nations, for all the Islamic countries, or it's difficult to read it.
Yeah.
So that's why we select the naskh style, because it's very easy to read, and it's also easy to write.
Yes.
It will encourage more people to create and to write with the naskh. But some of them make the challenge for themselves to write smallest size in the world. This will be something else. He select special tools we can mention later, but this a kind also of old Kufi. That Kufi was 115 pages, and the size of this one was 28 or 30 centimeters by 25 centimeters.
It's different.
On
But this Kufi
19th
has
century.
more cursive, not.
This another style.
Yeah.
This is straight and decorated.
Yes.
He decorated that one here, but this one is a little bit different.
Yeah.
But it's very nice work also. You can see the curve of this. He used here that style on this time of the year. So I think he used to more freehand, to use the freehand to give the lines more freedom to move and create the other line. But here almost he used the rule and the pen. Some of the very, very old one page of the Holy Quran also, and a kind of Al-Qayrawani, Kufi Qayrawani, Ali ibn Ahmed al-Warraq, the calligrapher. Size of this work was 45 centimeters by 30. 45 centimeters by 30 centimeters.
It's more difficult.
Al-Qayrawan, the Kufi of Al-Qayrawan style. There is Morocco style, there is Kufa style, there is...
So Kufi have many styles.
So many styles. Even one of our friends, he created a new Kufi of squared Kufi. He named himself. So it's possible also to create something and name with yourself. It's better. But we can see the difference of. We'll see here also a page of the Kufi style also, 14 by 20 centimeters. You see the letters here. He add the dots with the red color, just only to see. It has been added before, but this style wasn't.
It likes the scripts and messages of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yes, yes, correct. At that time, they created this one, but it wasn't with the dots.
Can you
After
please
that-
explain, Doctor? I see that there is some, for example, the dots, and then something is some marks also. For example,
Just only.
yeah, for this one also mark, and then this one also another mark. So what the difference
The
between
marks
these
here
marks?
just only as intonation hints.
Okay.
It was very, very simple. Just only you can see. But it wasn't like thuluth or other styles, just only to see what's the letter with the intonation, like fa, fu, fi, f, or silent F. But just only they added the dots to clear the reading and add very, very small hints of intonation. But it wasn't in the Kufi, but it has been added later. So when they started the Kufi style was without dots. Even one of the kings has been sent his like ambassador to another country, wrote قادم إليكم رسولنا فاقبلوه, in the meaning of we are sending our ambassador, so please accept him. So أقبلوه without dots. So they killed him.
Oh.
So when he asked why you killed the person, we send him, they told him that you send the message اقتلوه, not اقبلوه, because it was had no dots at that time. Misunderstanding of it. That's why they added the dots. You can see here the dots with red color. So they developed the Kufi with the dots. Before also they put hands, small hands, over the letter or down the letter, just only dot, like kha, khattat, calligrapher. Just only wrote al-hattat and add one part of a hand. But it makes a lot of problems in reading, makes a lot of problems of misunderstanding the meaning
Especially
of the word.
for the non-Arabic
Yes,
Muslims, it's very difficult.
everything has been invented, and the master has been created and developed as well as we reached up till now. So how the masters were working a long time. Here also we can see something of the very simple Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Lillahi al-amr min qabl wa min ba'd. Here also we can see in the Kufi style. Here we can see the style had been after the development. It was clear. It's not complicated. Now, brothers and sisters, after we have seen the samples of Kufi, a different style of Kufi, the old one, the medium, and the previous one, or the latest one of the according to the masters, had been developed and do their efforts to create the best for us and most easier way to write this little bit easier font or easier style. Now we are going to the blackboard after the short break to show you the best way or the easier way to write alphabet of Kufi. So it's better for you, brother and sister, if you could please prepare a graph paper or squared paper. 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter is quite enough for us. We'll see you after the break, inshallah.
Be proactive.
How to be proactive in Islam, how to serve our religion, how to serve our life.
No, we want them to be proactive in matters that are related to their ummah. The true leader, and this is maybe we need to have this, okay, among us as Muslims. The true leader is the one who creates leaders.
So the society at the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, gave the chance for the children to blossom.
Now who took the reward of this? The initiative of Ali bin Abi Talib. Ali bin Abi Talib took the reward because of his initiative.
How long have you been passive? How much time have you lost in your life because of negativity? Learn how to take conscious control over your life. Set your goals and work to achieve them in an Islamic way.
If you really love your wife, your children, your parents, your people, then you have to do your utmost. You have to do whatever you can in order to invite them to Islam. We are in need for these reminders. The main point is ikhlas, is sincerity, is what I want to get in the hereafter.
Join Sheikh Haytham Al-Haddad and his host, Muhammad Abdurrahim, in this inspiring show.
Brothers and sisters, welcome back after the break. Still, we are in the first lesson of Al-Kufi. Kufi, now we are going to start, inshallah, with the very simple letters on the blackboard. As I told you, I wish that you prepare a graph paper. Approximately 1 centimeter by 1 centimeter is quite enough for our work. So you can follow me, and just only with your free hand, you can follow me in a very simple way. So let's start on alphabet for the blackboard. Here, Alif, letter, one straight line, follow the graph paper. On the other line, I'll go with the curve. The full thickness of the other square will be like this. So this will be the Alif Kufi. We will start following all the squares in a very, very simple way and straight. With also, you can use the freehand style. No need to use your rule. We'll start Ba letter. The same curve I have done here with Alif. And straight. One circle dot below the letter. It would be like this. Alif, Ba. Ta will be the same curve, and go down following the square, straight, and I can count on 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. And here also. And straight. 2 dots of Ta, I have to do them here. Start from the beginning of my letter. And they are not coming separate, they should be together like this way. Tha letter will be the same, following also my graph paper. I count them again, 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. 3 dots here, I can do them like this way, 1 and 2 and 3. Or this way also, I can do 1, 2 and 3 dots. Would be like this way or this way. Both of them are correct. So those are the simple way of written the Kufi style, Alif, Ba, Ta, Tha. So we can follow the squares. All of them comes on the same line. I can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This will be the most longer one. And the other one comes 4 squares for each letter. Jim letter, actually, it needs a little bit curve from up, like this. The same curve, I just follow with the thick one up till here, and go to take the full thickness here. A little bit curve round. So the dot would be here, out of the letter Jim. The Ha letter will be the same, and Ha with one dot here. This is Ha. That letter, we have to follow the base of our lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not more than 4. And the curve. So this is Dal. Dal will be the same with one dot with the edge of the Dal letter. The Ra letter will start from here down on the same level of Jim with a curve also. This is Ra. The same one, Zay, with one dot will be also with the beginning of my letter. Not in the middle, but start with the beginning of my letter, Ra or Zay. Sin, I have to follow also the same level of Ba, Ta, Tha, Jim, Dal, the same level. I'll go here, make the one nib, and second, third nib will go with the curve, only one square. Go straight up till here. I'll turn the curve very simple to be seen. Here would be the same, also 3 dots, either if we are writing Sheen, either it comes here or could be here also. According to the word I'm writing or according to the space. Maybe I need a long space so I can write in a vertical way. Otherwise I can do in a horizontal method or way of putting 3 dots. So now we have Sheen. We'll go for Sad, will be approximately same. I'll take the measurements of Sad as Ba. 1, 2, 3, 4 squares, and I'll do the curve. A little bit curve from line from up, and go for the full curve of Sad. A simple curve. Sad. Sometimes we wrote Sad like this. It's a little bit large because we followed the square in the middle, like Dal and Sad, we followed the same distance inside. But we can make it like this also. Thin. Half of this size, I mean. And I follow with the other thickness. like this. This could be also sawed in a correct way, the same measurements here, but half of the size here, I put it on this side. Could be also dot here, I have to put in the middle. Not in the beginning, not last, I can put in the middle. Ta will be the same for squares with alif. So this is ta. Sometimes I can extend according to my writing. If I'm writing one word like ta alif or ta mim or whatever, so I can extend from here whatever the joined letter. Dha will be the same, but also the dot will be in the middle. Ain letter, I have to follow Jim letter. Approximately same in everything, just only to make the curve, the full thickness, and a little bit curved from up, like this. Some people are doing Ain here, like this, a little bit upper curve, or upper shape like this. It's also correct, and this as a short is also correct. Ghain will be the same with one dot here. Fa, I have to write it like exactly like ba or ta or tha. So here, with a small circle inside, this is fa. Qaf will be short, shorter than this, and long. With a circle inside, with two dots here. So this is Qaf. When I intend to write the alif or ba or ta or tha or whatever the shapes up till Qaf, we have to follow the squares. I think we can start with this today, and then on the next time, inshallah, we will finalize all the letters of Al-Kufi style, starting from Kaf, Lam, Mim, Nun, Ha, Waw, Ya, and we will write one simple word, just only to can write or copy from our blackboard. We will see our participants what they have done after the short break, inshallah.
You have questions that bother you. What about issues of concern to you? Would you like to share things on your mind with us? Are you interested in solutions based on an Islamic perspective? Please join me live in Meet Your Advisor every Friday at 9 p.m. Mecca time, here on Huda TV.
Brothers and sisters, welcome back after the short break with our show, The Calligrapher. We will see the participants, what they have done. I think that they are feeling so happy with the very simple style of Kufi. How do you see it, Abdurrahman?
Yeah, it's very different compared to other styles, because it's just depending to the lines.
Yeah, I see our participant, Mr. Sami, is laughing and feel very happy that he may be...
Really, Kufi likes geometrical game.
Yes. So can you show me, please, what you have done? Yeah, it's clear and it doesn't need for any comments, just only to see the simple way of everybody can use the graph paper following the lines as a guideline, and then he can create all the alphabet. Just only keep one square as a module, and then he can create all the other letters. Keep the same spaces. Suppose he's writing ba letter, so we will make the space or the distance between the first and last 4 modules or 4 squares. Then he can follow all of them. Some letters are same, ba, ta, tha, fa. Some other letters are same, jim, ha, kha, ain, ghain. All are same. He can use also, or somebody is writing a letter of sad. He can use the same, sin, shin, sad, dot, ta, dha. So noon, same of kaf. So most of the letters are coming same. I see here that our participants are followed the square, very simple and easy to write. With this simple alphabet, we can start writing a word like Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. Then we can make some shapes like the joining together alif with lam, together with any hand or with any decoration. Then we will show here, inshallah, on the next time with the new letters of the Kufi. We will see our Dr. Abdurrahman, what he has done. Also, he told me that he feels satisfied for the Kufi style. What do you see, Abdurrahman, about the Kufi? It's better than Naskh, or difficult, or easier than?
It needs another kind of talent. I mean, for
instrument
example,
or pen.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't need any kind of our pens. We are using generally for as a tool of our calligraphy styles, like Riqa or Diwani or Naskh or Thuluth. So it needs only just a pencil and ink pen. So just only with the pencil you can do your design, and with the ink you can just ink it and finish. Maybe you want to create some letter or gold or grading the work with the silver or gold, whatever the material or the way you are going to present your work. But here also the same way of our participants, Mr. Abdurrahman, he created the same with the square. Do you feel any trouble to follow up the squares of...
The difficult only certain parts. For example, at the edge we have some curve there, so to make sure all the other letters will be the same. Yeah.
I think the same curve of Jim or Ain or Qaf here or Sad from down, I think it comes just only, you have to follow the square, because from here to here supposed to be one square. This thickness should be same, because your module is 1 square of your paper. Suppose you are working in graph paper 2 centimeter by 2 or 1 centimeter by 1, so you have to follow the squares. It will make your work very easy and very simple. Even by the way, sometimes the calligraphers before starting their work of Thuluth or Diwani, especially the Thuluth, they follow their work by the graph paper to give the distances are same, especially if he's going to use more alif letter. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات. So many alif. So he's using the graph paper just only to keep the spaces easy for him. It will help him for the sketching. So now about the styles of the simple Kufi, we are going to use now as we have seen with our participants, we can follow very simple and very easy way to use only the pencil or the ink pen. Just only follow the squares. It would be very simple and very nice. You yourself, you can try it once after copying the alphabet or write the alphabet from our blackboard. You can try to create one letter, one sentence or one word. I think it's quite enough. Let's start with the name of God, the great name of God, Allah. So how you can create it, I think it would be so nice, and you can do a lot of styles of the same work of Kufi. There are so many complicated Kufi work, but now we don't like to make more troubles with the misunderstanding the styles, and especially we got a lot of heavy meals of thulus and nasr, diwani, raqa, and taliq. So now let's start with the simple way of Kufi. Especially now as a beginners, I think we need more to create or to calculate or to imagine. Just imagine the spaces between the letters and each other. I think, inshallah, on the next time we will complete the whole rest of alphabet, Kaf, Lam, Mim, Nun, Ha, Waw, Ya. And I hope that we can also write them from the blackboard. And I wish also that we can, inshallah, write some of the other words. Thank you very much. We will see you after, inshallah, the next time of Kufi style.